My name is Ina Goroh, and I was director for this commercial with Inchiology Studios. My role entails receiving the initial brief, the initial rough script, and then converting that into a shooting script, and basically managing a lot of the moving parts, putting the team together and making sure there's cohesion during the filming, before the filming, and during the post-production process. To begin with, the story was very human-centered, and I find that my style, or the way I direct, is very people-oriented. I love to make people smile. I'm a bit of a clown sometimes. So what was priority for me here was ensuring that it was people-centered, because it's about love and loving a bank. So I tried my best to make sure that when the story was told, the audience could get a sense of, like, these are authentic people, these are Namibians, and these are Namibians in their element. I felt that we brought that human element out in showing the love, in showing the sadness, in showing the joy, in showing the moments of pride, all the various elements. I felt like we brought that across, and that is very much my style.
Hi, my name is Hoffmann. I'm a Namibian cinematographer based out of Germany, and I was the cinematographer for the Bank Windhoek Can You Love a Bank campaign. I think one of the biggest challenges that I had on the commercial was the fact that we had a wide variety of locations that we needed to film, and we needed to film it in a very short period of time. We managed to overcome it by having a very experienced crew that all pulled together. I think from a technical standpoint, it's not just one piece of equipment that made the biggest impact on the commercial, but different elements that we used in conjunction with one another that created the look that we wanted to have at the end of the day, and to elevate the production value of the commercial, which is the biggest objective that we had. And working with Ina, that's definitely what we strive to do. The biggest standout moment that I had in the commercial was when we were filming on the dunes, which we've done plenty of times, but it's just being able to be there at the right time of the day with a low setting sun, and then also having the wind coming from the ocean, kicking up a lot of dust, which creates a fantastic atmosphere for filming, and that was definitely stood out while we were standing there filming, and it's definitely something that we wanted and that we knew that was going to really shine in the commercial.
Hi everyone, my name is Basson, and I am the producer on the Bank Windhoek Love a Bank TV commercial, a project that I am very proud to have been a part of. My duties as a producer cover a few things. It's quite nice because you get to have your hand in every department, which is something that I fully enjoy. From inception, we started reworking the script, re-understanding the creative parameters that we had, and also trying to figure out if the budget we had could support our creative vision for the ad. So from that, we get our crew together, we start figuring out the logistical aspects. In this case, logistics was quite a bit of an obstacle in that the places were far apart, in that we had to travel long distances on the road. So that was quite tricky. But luckily, we had a really, really good team. In the words of Miss J, we were the A-team. The thing that stood out mostly for me was it doesn't matter what happened or when it happened. When something went awry, like a cast member cancelled, or we lost a location, or something didn't come through, but the team just kind of rallied together and helped out. There was no point where there was any pointing of fingers. It was proper teamwork. This TV ad would not have been possible without the hard work, the vision of the team members, the dedication, which I think is evident in the end result of the TV commercial.
Hi, Hi, my name is Mathilde Shivute and I was the production coordinator of the Bank Windhoek Love Bank TV commercial. My duties range from overseeing the production processes and coordinating all the production activities, from arranging the catering, liaising with the transport coordinators and making sure the crew and cast are where they are supposed to be, when they are supposed to be there, and most importantly, prioritizing and ensuring the well-being of crew and cast. I believe our biggest strategy for ensuring smooth communication and just smooth production processes was clear and transparent and immediate, or should I say instant communication within the production department and also just within all other departments. I think the biggest challenge was the language barrier, because we found ourselves in a lot of towns where predominantly they spoke local languages. So in terms of casting and also just coordinating around that, I did find a bit challenging, but we managed, we conquered. The one moment that stands out to me was our shoot in Tjiuonga, where we were shooting the kids playing in the street. I think their excitement to experience the production process and the whole shooting process, just to see the excitement on their faces, I think stood out the most for me. I enjoyed seeing that.
Hi, my name is Ronald James. I was the gaffer on this project, and my duties entailed lighting, putting light where there was no light, and taking away light where there was too much light, and bending light when it needed to be bent. There was one thing the DOP did do, which I've not done much before, and that was to flare the lens on purpose, which I at first didn't feel was the right way to go, but after seeing the end product, I think it was really a wonderful idea, and it just gave the right mood to the look. We used crisp lighting. It wasn't just your normal flat. Each location gave us what we needed to know how to light it. You can't just walk in and light something the way you want to light it, and then you put the light on the right side, but the windows in frame on the left side. So we would look at the location when we got there. We'd see what it looked like, and then we would try and use the elements that are in the room. I think you could put lit by Ronald James after the Bank Windhoek logo. Yes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think I would change anything. I think it's a well put together commercial. I saw the full length version, but yeah, I think it's international standard. The days of bringing in directors and DOPs from overseas to come and shoot here, I think, are gone. We have the talent in this country to create world-class commercials and films.
Hello.
Hi guys, my name is Aubrey. I go by Aubrey Styling. I was the head costumer or the stylist. So literally everyone you see that has clothes on, I was the one that put them on. That was my job and duty, to make sure everyone looks good. The commercial was, are you able to love a bank? And having to have seen the storyline in terms of having to travel around Namibia, having to really show the authenticity of all of these places that we have gone to and how they all tie each other with loving the bank. So basically what I did was, okay, let's say we're going to Rundu, having to study the people from there. How do the people from there dress? How do I take every moment and, kind of try and incorporate the whole, are you able to love a bank? So it's really about love. The moment that stood out to me on this shoot was the day we shot in my rental. the Damara wedding. Personally, I've never been to a Damara wedding, so it was really nice to experience how, I know it was not a full-on Damara wedding, but having to, their culture, how they dress to weddings. And then just right after that, we shot the funeral scene, which was, again, a whole full-on Damara funeral, which I've never been to or experienced in Amherero. So that was quite special to see how they do it. One thing I can really say about this production, it was fun, involved a lot of traveling, it was a lot of hard work, a lot of times on the road, really just like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. But the final product speaks by itself. So enjoy, have fun. Yay.
My name is Miss J, and I was responsible for the hair and makeup department, and I had to make sure that all models and characters look flawless and their hair look fresh before director or camera starts rolling. As a makeup artist, I made sure that the look aligned with the brand's identity, especially as corporate look. It's very soft. It's one of those makeup techniques where they call no makeup, or we call no makeup. I just had to make sure that skin tones are balanced, any imperfections are covered, and there are no shines, and still had to make sure that I bring out the features of the models. So you need to know what type of look they are going for, which is not too much, it's not artistic, it's not dramatic, it's basically just what you call clean makeup. Experience that stands out for me during this shoot in the north, the animals. It was so funny how we were able to direct the goats to be in a specific spot, and the fact that they stood there. These are moments that are uncontrollable, but the fact that they brought all this joy and stuff, they really made the shooting a little bit more fun. The last words I'll have about this production, I would say, is working in unity. It's quite important to be able to accommodate each other's emotions, because you have to remember that you're working in a team, and also you always have to, as much as you are tired, you have to bring your A game on, because at the end of the day, this is not about you, it's about the project, it's about the hard work that you're putting in to bring this project to life. And this is exactly what we did. And the moment you step on set, you have to work with everybody else. If I could do it over again, I would. I definitely would.
Hi, my name is Nyasha Karazandima. I'm the Creative Director and Head of Creative Services at Bank Windhoek in our in-house marketing agency. My duties include concept development, strategy. For this particular project, was also writing the TV script, creative direction, some art direction, and quality control, and just overseeing the project from the client side. We are a creative agency, and obviously the production team is also creative, so it was quite hard just sitting on your hands and being on the client side and not being hands-on. But it was quite good in the sense that we got some sort of alignment. After a few days, the sync was proper, and while we were traveling, the synergy just worked. The chemistry from the insights that we gave from the business side, and also from the production side, everybody knew what they were trying to do, and everybody played their role. So yeah, the collaboration really worked well. What was key was communication, because normally you would find that the client is usually not so open-minded and very strict to what they want. But then I remember we were sitting down in Rulu for a couple of drinks and just aligning on what the vision is. So it wasn't an us and them kind of thing. It was more us together, bringing together the creative vision. The one thing that we really wanted to capture was the authenticity part of it, especially from the script, which is a big challenge because we're a very diverse country. Traditions, cultures, nuances, and we captured it from a very different lens than most people would have, and it showcases the diversity and the tapestry in our country, and which is quite rich. And that was the goal, to be as authentic as possible and tell a unique story that people would fall in love with, and also say, like, play it again. I want to see that again and again.
Hi, my name is Sonja. On this project, I was the set designer. I was working quite very close by with the creatives of Bank Windhoek. Setting your designs was easy because they knew what they wanted. So when your client knows exactly what he wants, it makes my job much easier. They came with a lot of branding, and they came with an awesome color palette, and yeah, it's easy to work with people that know what they want. So that made it easy for me. It was lots of traveling, coming to places a little bit late, and then having to shoot early the next morning. That was a little bit of a challenge, the travel and shooting, but because of an awesome team that kept the spirits up, made it easy, and we just did it and just went for it. And that is what makes us strong in this industry, to be able to overcome the little sleep and loving hard work, and yeah.
I'm Shawn Van Eeden. I am a commercial photographer. I was the stills photographer on the project that we recently undertook. The biggest challenges that I faced were trying to interpret the ideas and the thinking of the TVC into stills. So obviously every scene was designed primarily for the video, and it was not always working out for the stills, and it was trying to interpret what the client was trying to say in that moment in a single frame in the stills. Overcoming it was literally, the crew was great, so we could quickly change things up if we needed to. The people, everything was, it was a really tight team, so we managed to figure out a new solution if it needed, and I think it came out great. This is a world-class, I believe it's a world-class production, up there with the internationals, and I just wish that the other people that were not behind the scenes on this one could see how much work went into this, and could appreciate the team that was involved in this. It was really tough. We had to cover a lot of distances. We had very little time. We were working under some hectic conditions. I mean, what was that? Shibeen was probably 50 plus degrees, and it was the size of a shoebox, and they were filming and stills, and that was insane. Just to see the effort that went into this, and that it was not just like getting up, shooting and going sleeping and calling it a wrap. It was really tough, but we pulled together and made an awesome production. Very proud of this one, yeah. That's how far we've got.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and on this project I had two roles actually. Firstly, sound. I was the sound recordist, sound guy. basically recording all the on-set sound and all of that. And then also DIT, which is data wrangling, providing dailies to the director and DOP after every day's shoot, just taking screenshots of that and sending it to them to see where to improve, what they want to do next, or just to have a review of everything we shot that day. The biggest challenge, more the things that you can't control, because this was such a big shoot with a lot of different locations, a lot of different areas that we had to travel to shoot. You don't really have control of the noise and the sounds that you get in those places, whether it's a highway too close to where you're shooting so there's trucks passing and you can't hear anything, or if it's at the airport where there's loud engines whirling. So those are probably the biggest challenges, is the uncontrollable sounds. Had a couple of moments that stood out, but for time, I'm just going to say the last shoot day in Windhoek, where we're shooting the spinners, the guys who do the drifting and stuff. That was surreal. Like, first of all, just seeing them do it, they're particularly talented at that. But then I got to also get inside while the dude was spinning it in the passenger seat to get sound, I said. But yeah, we did need the sound. So I just told myself I'm getting in that car, and did a couple rounds doing the spinning end. Exhilarating experience.
Yes, my pants are wet afterwards. Just remember it rained.
For me, having watched the final edit and probably listening to it over and over during the editing process here, a line that stands out to me in the voiceover was when it speaks about threads of unique stories woven together to make us one. So all these different people that make up Namibia, and all these people the client is trying to represent in the ad. I think that has a direct translation to the crew and how that went about, because it's all these different people, from the sounds to the director to the set designers to the drivers even that we use over the set. It's like just these unique people, all talented at what they do in their own unique ways, just coming together to make a product like this. And I thought that just has a lovely bit of irony to it, because it's an exact emulation of the ad in the behind the scenes process as well.
I would like to thank Bank Windhoek and the Bank Windhoek marketing team for trusting us to execute this project. Could have literally gone with anyone else. I heard there was suggestion of maybe people from overseas, but I'm glad entirely Namibian team was used to execute this from the pre to the post. So I'm grateful for our team being trusted to execute this.
My desire is that it lives beyond just the screen, and it builds some sort of connection with our customers or clients, that they can feel Bank Windhoek and they would want to come and journey with us.
Cool. Great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone clap for Nasha. Thank you. This ad was Bank Windhoek's second largest TV commercial production, and before we executed it, we watched the first one, which was directed by Andrew Robson. So that first ad was so good and so well done. That was the ad to match and I guess improve on, because now we would be covering a greater portion of the country, basically be traveling the entire country to execute this ad. So that was a good foundation, a very good foundation to basically serve as a springboard for the very next ad that we were to make, which is this one. In the same breath, thanking the entire crew that worked on this. We're grateful to the crew that worked on the initial ad, because they basically set the standard of what a local ad, a very well done local ad could be. And that was the standard to match and to improve upon. And that's a testament to the team that executed it, led by Andrew and Kit, as well as vision of the agency, being able to decide who works on the ad.
I'd like to thank the executive team and all those involved to making this creative dream possible, for the support and backing. I'd also like to thank my executive, Jackie, her support in seeing this through. MCCS team, superstars, we couldn't have done this without them, for all the hard work. And also the Bank Windhoek staff. There's a lot of people that, really came through for us, the support that they just gave us. Really want to thank them for making this project possible.